Okay, let's jump right into it. We're going to cover the 4 biggest mistakes people make when they're just starting to use zinc supplements. Screw these up, and you're not only going to miss out on all the awesome things zinc can do for you, but you might even end up dealing with some seriously nasty side effects. But hang on a sec. Before we dive headfirst into all the things you definitely shouldn't be doing, let's take a quick minute to talk about why zinc is so unbelievably important in the first place. Seriously, if you're running low on zinc, you could find yourself fighting a whole bunch of problems that make just getting through the day feel like some kind of epic uphill struggle. Zinc is a super important mineral that helps a crazy 200 to 300 enzymes in your body do their thing and do it right. That basically means zinc is involved in pretty much everything your body does, from the big, obvious stuff to the tiny, behind-the-scenes processes. If your zinc levels are super low, chances are you're going to feel exhausted all the time. Those little cuts and scrapes will take forever to heal, and your hormones are going to be all over the place. This can really mess with your reproductive health, and it'll weaken your immune system, meaning you'll be catching every little bug that's going around. So yeah, it's super important to make sure you're getting enough zinc, whether it's from the food you're eating or by taking some supplements. But here's the catch. A lot of people just don't get the benefits they should from zinc supplements because they're making some really common, easily avoidable mistakes. So, let's get into those mistakes one by one and see what we can do to set things straight. First up, not taking zinc with cofactors. This is the #1 mistake I see people making, taking zinc all by itself, without any cofactors to give it a helping hand. If you're just swallowing zinc pills and nothing else, they're not going to work nearly as well as they could, plain and simple. Zinc needs to team up with other important vitamins and minerals to really do its best work. That's what we mean by not using cofactors. Cofactors are basically nutrients that help zinc do its job properly inside your body. When you're running low on zinc, you might start to notice some obvious signs. Stuff like your hair starting to fall out, your sense of smell and taste getting weaker, your testosterone levels dropping, or even completely stopping. Your sex drive just disappearing into thin air, and your immune system not working as well as it should, leaving you vulnerable to every little thing that's going around. So, what are these cofactors we're talking about? Well, the first cofactor that's absolutely crucial for zinc is magnesium. If you're low on magnesium, zinc just isn't going to work the way it's supposed to. That's why it's generally not a good idea to take too much of any one nutrient for a long period of time. You should always try to get your nutrients in combination with each other, so they can work together and help each other out. That way, you minimize the chances of something going wrong and maximize the potential benefits. The second really important cofactor is vitamin B6. Vitamin B6 helps activate the magnesium, making it more effective, and it also helps balance out the chemicals in your brain that control your mood and hormones. It's also particularly important for women during that time of the month. If you're low on B6, you might experience premenstrual syndrome, also known as PMS, which can bring on mood swings, make you feel irritable, and cause pain before your period starts. Vitamin B6 is also a really effective treatment for carpal tunnel syndrome, which is a condition where the nerves in your hand get damaged, leading to swelling and pain. That's because it helps reduce water retention and swelling in the body, while simultaneously improving nerve function. The third nutrient we need to talk about is folate, which is also known as vitamin B9. Folate helps your body produce red blood cells, create DNA, and prevent inflammation in your arteries. Zinc can't really do its absolute best work unless there's enough folate available in your system. So, it's important to make sure you're getting enough magnesium, vitamin B6, and vitamin B9 along with your zinc, and you need to adjust the amounts to what your body specifically needs. Number 2, not realizing you're already deficient. The second big mistake that people make is that a lot of them don't even realize they're already low on zinc to begin with. There are some signs you can look out for that might indicate a zinc deficiency. For example, you might notice small white spots or streaks showing up on your fingernails. But there's actually a more reliable way to check, and it's called a zinc taste test. You can buy a small bottle of zinc liquid at most health food stores or online. Just put a little bit of the liquid on a spoon and put it in your mouth, holding it there for a few seconds. Don't swallow it right away. The point of this test is to see if you can actually taste the zinc. If you don't taste anything at all, and it just tastes like plain water, that probably means you're low on zinc. If you taste a strong, metallic flavor in your mouth, then your zinc levels are probably okay. Once you know for sure that you're deficient in zinc, it's important to start either taking zinc supplements or eating foods that are naturally rich in zinc, which we'll talk about in more detail a little later on. Number 3, taking too much zinc. The third major mistake people make is taking way too much zinc. Remember, if you overdo it and take too much zinc, it can actually do more harm than good. People often get caught up in the idea of wanting to see results super quickly, so they start taking like 150 to 200 milligrams per day for a long period of time. But if you're taking that much zinc consistently, it can lead to a copper deficiency. Zinc and copper do different things in your body. If there's too much zinc hanging around, your body won't be able to absorb copper properly. The easy fix for this is that when you're taking zinc supplements, make sure to take a little bit of copper along with them. The ratio should be roughly about 10 to 1. So if you're taking 30 milligrams of zinc, you should take 3 milligrams of copper right along with it. Another interesting thing to keep in mind is that zinc helps boost our immune system, which helps us get sick less often. However, if you take too much of it, it can actually cause problems. Some parts of our immune system need more zinc than others. Some parts only need a normal amount. If you're currently dealing with an infection or inflammation, you might want to consider taking 100 to 200 milligrams of zinc for a few days to help your body fight it off. But if you keep taking too much zinc for a long period of time, it could potentially weaken your immune system in the long run. Keep in mind that if you're getting your zinc from food sources, like meat, seafood, or other natural sources, you usually don't have to worry about this issue. No matter how much you're eating, it's usually not a problem because your body is better at regulating the absorption. These issues typically only happen with people who are taking crazy amounts of zinc supplements, far beyond what they'd naturally get from food. Number 4, ignoring a zinc deficiency. The fourth mistake is that people take too little zinc, and that can be just as bad, if not worse, than taking too much. When you eat too many grains, they contain phytic acid, which blocks your body from absorbing zinc properly. That's precisely why kids are often low on zinc, because they're fed grains every day. If someone has diarrhea, zinc also gets flushed out of their body, along with sodium and other important minerals, which are also significantly reduced. Similarly, if you have low stomach acid, your body won't be able to absorb zinc properly. Stomach acid not only helps you digest protein, but it also plays a crucial role in helping you absorb minerals from your food. As we get older, our stomach acid tends to decrease naturally. As a direct result, we can't digest protein as well, and we also have trouble absorbing minerals like zinc. Drinking alcohol also lowers your zinc levels, further compounding the problem. Being pregnant or taking birth control pills can also increase your estrogen levels, which in turn increases your need for zinc. People with diabetes are also often low on zinc because their blood sugar levels are consistently high, which causes zinc to be depleted from their system. And believe it or not, if someone is addicted to watching pornography, they might also be low on zinc, since semen naturally contains zinc. And if it's being released frequently, zinc levels can also be reduced in the body over time. So, how much zinc is actually enough? Well, in today's world, the average person needs more zinc than they used to because of a combination of environmental factors, the changes in our diets, and the specific needs of our bodies all working together to deplete this crucial nutrient. So, if you want to get the full benefits of zinc, you should aim for around 30 to 40 milligrams per day to really get the effects you're looking for and maximize the overall benefits. The more you exercise and build muscle, the more zinc you're going to need, because it plays a key role in muscle repair and growth. Zinc is also incredibly important for healing wounds. both internal and external. That's why zinc carnosine is considered one of the best home remedies for ulcers, whether they're regular ulcers or ulcers caused by diabetes. Zinc carnosine can be remarkably helpful in promoting healing. There are tons of different forms of zinc available on the market these days, each with its own pros and cons. But the best absorption usually comes from zinc amino acid chelates, such as zinc glycinate. These forms are generally more bioavailable and easier for the body to utilize. Now, the million-dollar question: should you take zinc on an empty stomach or with food? Well, the good news is you can actually benefit from taking it either way. So it really comes down to personal preference and what works best for your digestive system. If you take zinc on an empty stomach, it'll still work and provide benefits, but if you take it with food, especially a meal that contains some healthy fats, your body tends to absorb it slightly better, which means you might ultimately get even more benefits from each dose. Food sources. Okay, so now we get to the good stuff. Where can you find the very best sources of zinc and other trace minerals? These essential minerals are found in abundance in seafood, particularly seaweed, shellfish, and other ocean-derived foods. You can also get a good amount of zinc from red meat or organ meats like liver, or you can also get it from a variety of plant-based sources, which is great news for vegetarians and vegans. In plant-based sources, it's found in legumes like beans and lentils, pumpkin seeds, and it's also plentiful in various types of nuts. So that's a pretty complete and thorough overview of zinc, its benefits, and how to make sure you're getting enough of it in your diet. Thanks so much for checking out the channel and watching this video. If you liked the video and found the information helpful, please give it a thumbs up to show your support, and feel free to share it with your friends and family who might also benefit from learning about zinc. And if you haven't already subscribed to the channel yet, please do that right now so you don't miss out on any of my future videos. I'll see you in a brand new video coming soon. Until then, take good care of yourselves and stay healthy.